Hey, aloha, Jason. Yeah, the question you asked me that I'm reading over here is that you wanted to go over the math for the ranking of the pictures, and so I decided to show you an example and walk you through it. So the ranking comes later after you make your sketch and all of your sensory things. Then you start opening up your pictures. For this one, this is an example. So this is how I would sketch something like this. There's some circles and a triangle here, and then I have my written descriptions here, and then here I have my sensory. Use all of my five senses to get a feel of the target. Okay, and then when I open up the pictures, the first one is the Hawaiian weapon we call lei o mano, and this is a sharp tooth dagger. Okay, so when you compare this to my sketch, the basic shape is there. The only thing that's off is circles. Okay, so if I'm to rank this photo just on its value, I give it 8 points out of 10. And when you convert it to decimal, it's 8 points out of 10 is 0.8. So that's how I get the numbers here. 8 and it becomes 0.8 right here. So that's the first value. That's the value for the picture itself and how well the picture matched my sketch. Okay, and then if you take a look at, I have different color marks. I have blue and red, and for the things that I do, I normally leave a trace here. So red marks are things that I think match up with the Leo Mano. So here I have tall, hard, pointed, triangle, sharp, man-made, blue, and white. And those are my descriptors. And then the things that I picked up using my senses, something fishy, that's from a shark tooth, and hard, sharp, and wedge and dark. So you add up the total number of red marks, I come up with 13. Okay, so 13 is the number right here. And then so that's for the Leo Mano. Okay, and then the second picture was dogs. Okay, and looking at the sketch, I had some kind of round multiple and something tall like this, and it kind of looks close enough to the dog. It's a rough idea. Okay, so kind of blurry. So the value of my sketch, and when compared to the photo itself, I gave it a 3. And that's what the 3 is right here. Okay, so the pictures themselves, the Leo Mano, you had a ranking of 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10, and for the dogs, okay, it was only 3 out of 10. Okay, so just the sketch alone. And then when I took a look at things that would match up, my descriptors or my sensors and stuff, there are only 2 blue marks. Okay, something that is tall. I could put white if I wanted to, so I can change that. And but anyway, I decided to just mark 2 for this example. So tall and warm, and tall and warm, this is where we got 2 right here. Now we add 13, and 2, and we get 15. So there's total of 15 things that we marked on the paper, and 2 out of the 15 went to the dogs, and 3 out of the 15 went to the Leo Mano. Now the next step is that we need to convert the fraction into decimal to make the multiplication easier. And notice I put this 8 plus 13, 15 in brackets. So in the order of operation, you do the brackets first, yeah, before you multiply, or the parenthesis, okay? So, and the same thing here. So when we divide 13 by 15, we have a decimal, and that decimal is 0.87. Actually, it's 0.86, but I rounded off to 7. So here you have, so now you add 8.8 plus 0.87, and what you get is 1.67. Now you can multiply that by 0.35. Now the reason why we're using 0.35 here is that in the TARG ranking system, a perfect match will be 7. Okay, and since we have two different things that we're looking at, okay, right over here, and so from we divide 7 by half and we get 3.5. So that's where the 3.5 comes from. Okay, again, if this turns up to be a perfect match, that's a 10 out of 10. Okay, and that would be a 1.0 right here. And if this was the only thing that showed and nothing showed up here, would have 13 out of 13. That would be a 1. So 2 times 3.5 will get you your 7 points. Anyway, that's an explanation there. Anyway, so after we multiply 1.67 by 3.5, we have a final ranking of 5.8. So this is only 1.2 points away from a perfect match. Okay, so this is really high, very good. And for the dogs, on the other hand, by converting 2/15 into a decimal, we have 0.13. So 0.3 plus 0.13, you end up with 0.43, and you multiply it by 3.5, and you come out with 1.5. So when we take a look at, I forgot to put a blue dot over here, but anyway, when we compare these two, this is the higher number at 5.8, and is 5.8 greater than 3.5? Yes, it is. So this would be a safe bet. Okay, so you can watch this as often as you want and stuff, but at least you and you can see it on paper right here. I have it better written out here than what we went over. So the name of this method is called the HAG method, and it was created by one of the professionals that another professional that do this professionally like me on the APP site. And APP is Applied Precognition Program, and we make predictions on the Standard & Poor ETF. So my prediction for today was up, and it went up, so made money today. Anyway, so the HAG method actually is really good to use, especially when your sketches become entangled, meaning it has elements of both of the sketches, the pictures in your sketch. And this can be kind of like a bleed over, because we have an adult dog and little puppies around, if we want to stretch it that way. Okay, so but still the descriptors, although the pictures came out understandably, when we went into the descriptions. The descriptions shifted everything over to the Leo Mono. Okay, so hope this explanation suffices. Okay, you take care and aloha.